Good evening, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Heather Thomas. I am an independent Stampin Up demonstrator from Fareham in the United Kingdom, and I'm here to play with some new products with you guys. I'm hoping, I'm just going to turn my main light off 2 seconds. I don't know how many are going to hop on live with this tonight. This is a little bit last minute, a little bit unplanned. But yeah, I thought I'd come on and share some new products and have a bit of crafting fun with whoever was around at 8:30 on a Thursday evening. Normally I go live at 8 o'clock on a Thursday evening, but I've been out at a Christmas do. Hello. You lovely lot joining on. So yeah, I've been out at a Christmas party, but I left fairly early, which is fine by me. Had a lovely time. I actually had a really nice tour of HMS Victory, with a private tour. There was only a few of us there, so it was lovely. And then followed by drinks and a bit of food. And I thought I'd come and show you this amazing set of dies. This is the Everyday Arches. Hey, Joanna. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Danielle. This is Everyday Arches. This is available for pre-order for demonstrators at the moment, but it goes live to customers in January, I think. But it's the online exclusives, so you won't find these in the catalogue. These are available like through your demonstrator, or you can purchase online, but you'll find them online. That's the only place. And I thought we'd have a bit of a play. I've made a couple of cards with these so far. Really like them. So yeah, I thought we'd. So everything's everywhere. I'm in a bit of a state. So I'm very much a kind of you take me as you find me kind of person. So I just need to get some cardstock. I've been on the go since 6 o'clock this morning. I had a gym workout at 6:30. Straight back, got packed, ready for class. Had class from 10 till 4, no, 10 till 2. Then I had an appointment at 3:20 for an hour and a half, and then straight out to my Christmas do. I literally haven't stopped all day. So I think I'll sleep well tonight. These, Holly, they're lovely dies. Really nice set of dies, this one. They're all stitched. So beautiful. Really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock, and it needs to be, let's have a little look. How wide does it need to be? Yeah, when I say everything is everywhere, honestly, the state of my craft room, I'll take a picture and send it into my VIP Facebook group. Anybody can join. It's not really VIP, but anybody can join. It's called the Songbird's Nest. I'll pop a picture over there later on. My craft room ranges it from everything from really tidy to ridiculously messy. Right now, it's at the messy end. So yeah, 21 centimetres. So actually 19 and a half, but 20 centimetres. So it just needs to be the height of this die, basically. So it's going to end up like a normal size card. I'm going to make an arch card, which I think is quite cool. So let's go 14. And then what we're going to do is fold this in half. So we're going to score it in half at 10 and a half. So what have you guys been up to today? That's what I want to know. What have you been doing? Working, boring work, day off. I know some will have been at class with me, but for those who haven't, what else have you been up to? I'm just going to bring in and I'm going to do this so that you can see my cut and emboss machine with my pleats. Now what we need to do is take your card base and you need to line this up. We're going to tape it down. So you need to line it up so that the edge of the card just isn't cut. I'll see if I can get this in camera. There you go. So the edge of the card isn't cut. It doesn't really matter if it's got the little kind of, what are they called, stitch marking down the side. But as long as you haven't got it going over the cut line, you'll be fine. And you want it as straight as possible. So once you've kind of got that all lined up, then and not off the end of the card, that would be preferable. So once you've got all that lined up, you can tape that down. I should learn to get the tape off the roll before I line things up, because that would be much better. So take that down with a little bit of tape, and then it means you know what you're getting with regards to the cut line, and then pop that through the cut and emboss machine. So this is thick card I've cut this with. And don't worry if it, I'll take that. Don't worry if it's kind of marked. It probably will, because you're putting another layer, because you're putting 2 layers through. Ah, hey Louisa. Because you're putting 2 layers through, it's probably going to mark. Now this is the tricky bit. You need to get these 2 pieces apart. They'll be connected. It's still one piece of card, but you just got to try and find an opening somewhere, because it's, there you go. Kind of glues them shut, if you like. And there is our card base. So actually I'm quite pleased with that. So the one I did before, and I probably will with this one as well, just because it's got a few marks on it. I cut out a piece of another just single one, and laid it over the top. But if you've got quite a good thing there, you might find you don't need to. But that is your card base. Just making sure that it hasn't cut at all on the end, and it hasn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut another one just to make it a bit neater on the front. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, I can make an arch card. We don't have many dies that I love making kind of shaped cards with. The butterfly in the new mini catalogue makes a card as well, so that's going to be amazing to try with that one. Good evening, Diane. Good evening. Nice to see you. So I'm just cutting this out of the same thick, purely because it's a little bit easier than rummaging around getting more thin card. Could be thin, could be thick, doesn't matter. I had to do the old arm sweep on my desk earlier. I was like, if I just get my arm and kind of sweep it across my desk, then everything will not be seen. But it's all just off to the side now. So we've got the arch, that's just going to cover up the front. And what you're going to do, I think I must have got a little piece of, it's all going to be covered up anyway. That means that if you've got a slightly off center, I'll try and show you on the one that I've pre-prepared. So the one I cut pre-prepared earlier, that's the card base. And I haven't got that stitching, so I've put it further over when I did the die cutting. That's all. But I'm happy with it. Either way. This one I think looks a little bit neater, where I didn't include the stitching in the middle. Just looks a little bit more finished with regards to this one. But entirely up to you. And all you do is make sure however far you want it over. If you don't want the stitching, just don't lay it over the stitching when you die cut it. Simple. So we'll put that to one side. Then we're going to grab another layer. We're going to grab the next one down. And I'm going to bring in some pretty paper. So I used yellow on the one that I did earlier. I'm wondering whether I go for pink on this one and show you a pink one and a yellow one at the end. Yes, I might do that. So this is, I think, Melon Mambo, but we can do some colouring. The flowers, we're going to do this with flowers. I've got a couple of ideas with this, but actually I've got a few. I've made another one, which will be coming out on a blog hop next week with the arches. But yeah, I've got a few ideas. And we were chatting about it in my class today. One of the other new kind of celebration sets that we've got. It's going to go brilliantly with these arches. So that one. And then that's going to layer straight over this one. Right way up. Gorgeous. And then go further down. So if you're just joining, these are the set of dies we're playing with. Really, really nice. So keep coming further down. I think it's... Nope, not that one. Over time, I might need to get a magnetic sheet for these because over time the sticky's going to stop working. So this one, so we use the outer one, then the next one, then miss 2, and then use 1. And that's just going to be white again. So you can go thick or thin, depending on what you want. This one is going to be visible though. This is our outer layer. So put that on there like that. I heard on the radio this morning, which scared me slightly, that there are only 13 days till Christmas. I mean, seeing as I've been making Christmas things since July, I'm not entirely sure how this fact has snuck up on me, but it has, and I'm not ready. I've done very little. I ordered some presents on Amazon yesterday. And that is as far as I've got. I've done nothing else, really, apart from have fun making Christmas products. So they're going to go like that. And then the whole lot's going to go on the front of your card, like this. And then you'll have made yourself a nice little card. We're going to decorate it. So what we're going to do is bring in gorgeous mixed florals stamp set. So this one has got the most beautiful flowers. Absolutely love this one. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So I don't know if I should do this or not, but I've got a couple of sneak peeks. I don't think anyone's going to notice if I do it. They're just things that might come up in blog hops and stuff later on, but I want to show you. So stand by for your sneaky peeky. So I've done 1, 2, 3. I've done 3 with this one. So this is the first one I made. It's a gorgeous purple. I love that. That one there is actually from somewhere else. I thought it was from the same, but it's so similar. It's from a different stamp set, which mixed florals, which I've also done quite a lot with. You might be able to tell I love flowers. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Holly. So this is one that I've done. Love and thanks. A nice little stepper card. Really quite straightforward to make. This is one that's coming up on a blog hop soon. Again, just beautiful. So nice archway decorative background. And some colouring. This is again the mixed florals. I'm having a lot of fun. And then this is one that you might see at the end of the month. End of next month, actually. It's a challenge called Bright and Beautiful, I think. So I thoroughly enjoyed making that one. Yeah, really, honestly, if you don't buy any other set, this is an online exclusive. This one for me. All the way, I think. This is because this is good for scrapbooking as well. So this is at 75%. I love tulips as well. So they're really quite big images. So they're going to be good for bigger cards, scrapbooks, things like that. And we're going to grab this one and this one today. And just some standard memento ink and some white cardstock. I think tomorrow's job is to tidy up the craft room. And I'm really not, I can't say I'm really excited by it, to be honest. I don't think I really want to do that, but yep, so that piece is good. I just like to make pretty things. I don't really like to tidy. My other half will attest to that. He will completely agree. So this one's going to go on the bigger block. And then I'm just going to stamp one of those. Oh, that's Versamark. I don't want the Versamark. I want the Memento. You need to tidy up your craft room too, honestly. I know. It's like a never-ending cycle. I did some scrapbooking last couple of days. If you would like, I will show you. But you need to comment. You need to say yes, you'd like to. Because if you don't want to see it, I won't show you. if you want to, I will. I did a wreath making the other day, and I took just a couple of photos, but I was really pleased with the photos. They came out beautifully, and so I thought I would scrapbook them. And then this little block here. So we're going to do 2 of this little one. Oops, nearly dropped it. Put one in there, and one in there. So I'm going to go for Granny Apple Green. Lemon Lime Twist is a gorgeous green as well, so you could use either of those, but I'm just going to go for slightly more muted. These do have dies, Louisa. Yes, they do. This is the die set, so nearly all of them cut out the flower images, and then you get this beautiful like grass, which is gorgeous. So that one I used on the stepper card, and I just cut it. So I cut the one grass, but then I just trimmed it almost up the middle and then kind of offset it around the tulips, and it worked really nicely. But yes, you do not have to sit here and fussy cut these. And even I've been using the dies. You guys know I'm not a massive die lover. I'll quite happily sit and fussy cut something. But even for me, these are a little bit too intricate. There's a little bit too much faff. So I'm just putting a little bit of the dark Granny Apple Green on these leaves. I'm going to keep it nice and light, really. So let me go over that with the light one. And I've got another Works Christmas do. We've actually ended up with 2 Works Christmas do's this year. One is organised by the grown-ups downstairs. We don't normally get invited. And I said for years it would be lovely if we got invited, because it's on HMS Victory. They do it. It's brilliant. We're in the naval base, so yeah, I love it. And so they invited us, and so I wanted to go, but I didn't want to stay all that long. I'm not a drinker, so I like a drink, but I'm not a drinker. Gorgeous. Hello, Jill. How are you doing? All right. So we're going to go yellow and pink here. So let me see what we're going to do. Let me see. Where's my pink blends? Found the chocolates, but I need to find the blends. We're going to try Pretty in Pink with a touch of Melon Mambo, and we're going to see how this goes down. So Pretty in Pink is a in colour, and Melon Mambo is in your brights. So we'll go white Melon Mambo, dark Melon Mambo, and we may need a colour lifter. There's that one, and we're also going to go Lemon Lolly, which is a subtle. So the paper I've gone for is that kind of light and dark mix of pink. So let's have a little test. I always have a little test when I do blending, just to make sure that my colours will blend, because they're quite light, and one's quite light, one's quite dark. So I just want to make sure they'll actually blend. That's the dark, that's why. The lights and darks are a bit more difficult to blend, like 2 different colours. And then going into the light Pretty Pink. And then you can just see what you're going to end up with. So I may just go Melon Mambo, I think. So we're going to put some light and dark. Just the pretty and pink doesn't really go with that paper. So we're going to put some dark Melon Mambo and then blend that out to light for that centre of the flower. And then if you want that darker, don't forget you can just go back over that and add some more dark ink. And then what we're going to do is just use the light one, light Melon Mambo. And then before it dries too much, I'm going to grab the colour lifter. I might want more colour than that. It's a very, very light smattering of pink. But obviously I'm just trying to make sure that it's not a full-on colour. This was easier with orange, yellow. This is why I don't go off piste. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then we'll come down this side. Just softens it up. We'll put some in here as well, some colour in there. It's not really a lot of rhyme or reason to where I'm colouring, just popping some colour down. And then this weekend, so I need to tidy my craft room tomorrow because this weekend it should be paint the ceiling weekend. And we've got a few tip runs as well. We've got quite a lot of, you can use a blending brush on that grass dye. Absolutely, Louisa, yeah, that would be brilliant. We've got quite a lot of rubbish to get rid of in the house, just kind of cardboard from boxes and DIY stuff that we've been doing. So yeah, quite a lot to tidy up, sort out, clear out before we make a start on doing the dining room. So on that top one, I've got quite a lot of bleed. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then the way to get to avoid that is by not putting so much colour lifter down. And actually, just a quick once over with the colour lifter here is actually giving me the effect I wanted. I didn't need to put so much down. So I'll show you what I mean. You can just see up the top here where the black, bless you, thank you, Holly. Where the black is, I've just got a bit of bleed and I haven't got it here. So what I might do, I might be tempted to cut another flower and then pop it up on top of this one, but we'll see what I think when it all comes together. And we'll pop this with some dark on the top. But yeah, I love using the colour lifter like that when you don't want it. I didn't want to use the pretty and pink because the colour didn't go. So I wanted the Melon Mambo, but I wanted it much lighter. And then I can see, yeah, those colours are going to work perfectly. And then we'll go for our lemon lolly. So I'm just going to go, this is really rough, right? This is my colouring is I like quick colouring, but effective. So what I'm going to do is scribble some dark in the centre of these flowers. I'm not paying any real attention to this. Just putting a daub in the middle. And then I'm going to go over that daub with the light. But again, I'm not colouring like specifically. I'm just adding some more colour. And I'm actually leaving some white. That's all I'm going to do for these, to be honest. You could go even less than that if you wanted and just do the bit of dark yellow in the middle. You can go over with the colour lifter if you want, but I actually don't feel there's a real need to. Just add some colour, really simply. So quick yet effective. That's what I like about colouring. That's my style. I know some people are a bit more meticulous, take a bit more time, but I'm quite impatient as a person. So I'm literally just kind of scribbling colour on. And then you can use the dies to cut them out. I am going to stamp another flower just to see, because I've got the ink out, I've got the stamp out, and I've got the pens out. So I'll do it here, and then I'll see what I feel about kind of cutting it off and sticking it up on top. Ah, hello Paul, how are you doing? All right. So there's another flower. So I'll show you this one. So dark around here. We'll put a couple of layers of that on, make sure that's quite dark, because that's the bit we want to real pop on the thing. Oh, please you're doing well. Good. What's the weather doing your way? It's been really quite mild here, to be honest. So again, with your light, just take your... And we're going to put a bit more colour on, but less colour lifter. So all we need to do is really just go over it a couple of... Because this colour lifter is really quite juicy. Don't need a lot of ink on this one. To make that look kind of watercolory. And then you won't get that bleed of the black ink, because that's what makes it just look a little bit muddy, a little bit messy. Ooh. And then you can kind of do some... Does anyone remember the old decoupage, where you cut things out and layer them on top? So we can do that. Once we've die cut it, I'll just I'll probably just fussy cut this one out and then pop it over the top. I might have to die cut it. Can you see the difference? I hope so. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's grab the die cut machine and the dies. I'm going to use the tape again. So this will all go through the mini machine, which is good. I love my little mini. It just sits on my desk. I've been making samples using the wildflower one, the gorgeous yellow sweet. So some really, really pretty elements come out of that one. Okay, we got mixed florals. So we're going to use this little one, that one, and we're going to use this one. I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm not doing an awful lot though. All I'm going to do is line that up, and then you can put the tape across, and then cut that one out. So once you've got that, I'll show you what we'll do with the other flower. So that's perfect. That's come out really nice. So we'll do the top of this flower. In the hopes that we'll then get the right cut around the outside. So I'm just going to line all that up. And then pop the tape across. Okay, we'll put that to one side. We'll do all the die cutting first. So where do I put the little die? Right there. Yeah, so you could fussy cut these out, but this is just a little bit too intricate, I think, for my liking. And that's saying something. Got one of those. And then we got another one of those. And then that's all of our, no, that's not quite all of our die cutting done, but it's all of our die cutting for now done. And then we can flower arrange, which I think is, apart from the colouring, the fun bit. I don't find this bit all that fun. Die cutting and cutting things. I don't mind a bit of fussy cutting, but I kind of want things done instantaneously. Lovely. So this is what we've got. And then all I'm going to do is grab my little snips. She says. I didn't have any shelters for my scrapbook, so I'm guessing you guys don't want to see my my scrapbook, or you're not able to comment. So I'm just going to cut this round the flower, and I'm going to try and not get in any of the black lines. It's quite handy. The black lines don't touch each other. So I don't know if you can see, but the black lines don't come all the way up to the flower, which means that you can just cut round that, and then you can pop that up on dimensionals and then cover that flower up. So save you colouring the whole thing again if you do mess it up. But I'm going to raise it on dimensionals, and then that's going to look like a little bit of decoupage. Oh, bless you. I will show you. I just don't want to show everybody if they're not interested. But bless you, Lisa. Thank you. I will show you come to end. Yeah, I was really pleased with how it came out, actually. I tend to be a bit procrastination when it comes to scrapbooking. So there you go. So you've got a little bit of a layer going on there with that one. Busy. Oh, but do you know what, Lisa? I thought it said baby planning. I was like, okay, that's why I didn't say anything. What are you planning? I'm intrigued. Not a baby. Which is I mean, it could have been someone else's. I mean, it could be yours, no judgment. So what we're going to do is put this one on the front of our card here. Hopefully I'm being good company for you while you're busy planning. It's nice to have something back on the background, not a chance. Oh my goodness, you are ahead of the game. January social posts. I've only started thinking about today's social posts, let alone January's. Oh. So this paper that I'm using, the other one was from the Wildflower Garden suite. I think that's the yellow suite, I think. This one is from the Celebration mushroom paper. Celebration mushroom paper. It would help if I lined it up straight though. So come on, quick. Eek. Some nice designs in this one. Some nice bright colours. That's going on there. This one's just going to go flat again in the middle. But try and get that as central as possible. It's really, really hard to line things up centrally sometimes. And then this one is going to go up on dimensionals. You start to see what it's going to look like, don't you, there? So this one's going to go on dimensionals. One up there, because everything else is flat at the moment. You can just put dimensionals all over this one. And then we're going to tuck those yellow flowers in underneath it. So this is going to go almost lined up with the bottom here, and just so I can see just ever so slightly a little bit of that border through the right. And then these ones are going to tuck underneath. So it depends on where you put your dimensionals. You might find you need to cut the stems off of these for aesthetic purposes as well. You might, if you've got you don't want them poking out underneath, maybe. And then that can go down flat. And then this one's going to come in kind of, I really ummed and ahed about this one for a long time. It's going to kind of come in underneath here like this. And I wasn't too worried about the stem, where the stem kind of went. I'm trying to decide which colorway I prefer. At the moment, I think it might have to be the yellow one, but we'll see when we've got all this together. So again, just going down flat. Give it a good old stick down against everything else. Now we're going to bring in a different set here. We're going to bring in the mixed labels. And I'm going to cut myself a nice banner going across the front way of this one. So I'm going to stamp this. I didn't actually stamp this bit of the banner. I just used die cut on the other card. So we'll see. Be able to compare and contrast. So we've got a little bit of scrap white. I think I'm going to stamp it in black still. I don't really know. I haven't actually played around with this. It might be a bit too heavy, but we'll see. And then we've got the Just a Note, which I've brought in from the Linked Together. I really like this set actually. Ah, Mandy, bless you. Yeah, totally impromptu. So it's totally my fault. I wasn't going to be live today, but I was feeling tired. I've had a really busy day and I really wanted to go to the Christmas thing, but I really didn't actually feel like staying. So do you know what? I didn't stay. I had some food, said a couple of hellos, and then I left. And it was quite liberating, actually, just to be able to go, do you know what? I'm going. I'm not going to force myself to stay when I'm quite tired and I just want to go home and do some crafting. I'm learning as I get older that I can actually just do that. I don't have to stay if I don't want to. Okay, so mixed label dies. I'm just going to grab this one all the way up. So I may just not use the banner border. We could colour it actually. There's a thought. Let's see, let's cut it and see what we think. But yes, so this was a very impromptu video. I had kind of this morning, I was like, oh, I might go live. I didn't know if I was going to be around. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we do it enough, do we? We're like, oh, I must stay. It's the socially acceptable thing to do. And I was like, no, actually, do you know what? It's nice to see people. It's nice to say hello. I've had a lovely tour. And then I'm ready to go. I wasn't drinking anyway, so as I was driving. It is called self-care. I'm getting better at it the older I get. Oh, actually, that looks quite nice. Yeah, I quite like that. I'll show you the other one once I've done this, and I'll let you see what you think. I'll let you compare and contrast. But I quite like that. So what I've done is take a bit of tape off the back. I wanted to try and make it into like a flag, so it had some dimension. So I've given it a curl like this, and I'm just going to flatten it at the ends. And we want to stick it onto the card with that dimension. So we're going to try and do that. So the bottom left-hand bit is probably going to go on flat. And then we're going to put a stack of dimensionals in the middle. I might actually put the left one. I might put that up on one dimensional and then a stack in the middle. And then see how many we need on the right. Quite like doing this. So one on the left. And then we're going to go in here. So 1, 2. Let's go wild. You might not be able to mail this card very cheaply. And then we're going to put none on this end because I think it's going to overlap here, which is already on dimensional. So we've got one dimensional here, none here, which I think is going to mean that we can get that looking good. We might actually just put a mini. I've got some mini ones here. If I put a mini one here, that's where it overhangs. And then we're just going to kind of lay that across. So it's in the gap. Yeah, nice. Yeah, pleased with that. So we are going to use some gems. Now, I don't know what these are going to look like. These are really pretty. I don't know if they're a bit too bluey purpley. These are the two-tone sparkle gems. Aren't they gorgeous? So I wonder what they're going to look like. I think they're going to be a bit too purpley for my liking here. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Oh, they are gorgeous though. I'm not sure they're right for this card, but they're some of the nicest gems I've seen for a while. So I'm just going to grab in the purple sequins if I can find them. Yeah, because the purple sequins have got some pinky ones in. So these are Celebration purple adhesive backed sequins. And I've got butterflies. What are they called? What are the little things? Ladybirds. I've got some ladybirds on the. Oh yeah, they're nice. On the yellow one, but I don't think pink ladybirds is really my scene. Let's put one there as well. And then I don't think we've got any ribbon that will really go. So I might just use a little bit of white twine. This is an old roll. I found this while I was clearing up my retired stash a while back. And I'm a bit sparing with it. Old roll of white twine. I need more. Stampin' Up, you need to come up with more white twine because I've got enough of the different coloured rolls. Just tie those ends up a little bit. And then we can put that on with a glue dot just onto there. And I mean, it might not need it, to be honest. Might save the... You can barely see it on camera. I don't know if it needs it, actually. So I'm going to save that bow, stick it back in the middle of the roll. So yeah, that's it done. Sometimes it's nice just to have a kind of simpler card. Oh, everything needs trying. And this is the one that I did earlier with the yellow. So this one here, because it's such a softer card, I don't think it needed this black outline over the top. This is a bit more of a bright card. But I love that ribbon that goes with it. It's a really thin yellow ribbon that comes with I wish I could know off the top of my head what it's called. The one we're using for Stamp Camp, the orange, the yellow one, and I can't show you the inside of the catalogue yet, but I can tell you. Ah, bless you, thank you. I was really pleased with that one when it came out. It's just exactly what I had in my head. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes what you've got in your head just won't translate. This one's Floral Delight, apologies. So the paper and the ribbon comes from Floral Delight on that one. That's a really, really nice yellow sweet, which is going to be super pretty. Super, super pretty. And then this one was the Melon Mambo. So this is kind of Lemon Lolly Daffodil Delight. And then this one was Melon Mambo, Lemon Lolly. And then the paper was from the Celebration paper from the Toadstool. So lots of mushrooms to go with the mushroom set. Okay. That was nice. I enjoyed that. Bit of crafting for a Thursday evening. I'm going to get my scrapbook and show you the double page spread that I've just done. Because I had a lot of fun making that one. I'm really enjoying getting back into my scrapbooking actually. So yeah, this one I did a bit of decoupage on the flower as well. Ah, bless you, Mandy. Yeah, that would be something nice to look forward to. So yeah, we've got two cards, slightly different on the inside. So just watch the video and that will show you how to make this archway card and what to look out for when you die cut it. So whether you want this one or this one, I prefer this one, the inside of this one. So I'll show you how to achieve both looks. It means the card is slightly narrower, all in, but the way you do the front of it means that the front of the card is the same size. So entirely up to you. Yeah, some really, really nice products coming our way. So scrapbook, where are you? I'm really excited to start scrapbooking classes in the new year. I've put out and I've had quite a lot of interest come back. So I'm really, really pleased about that from some brand new people to crafting. So I can't wait to share the love of paper crafting with some brand new people. So I've gone for garden green card bases on these ones. And it's a double page spread. Let's see, my camera should hopefully behave itself. You'll see all my mess now though. But hopefully you'll be able to see this spread a little bit better. So I've gone for using the reindeer suite with some Memories and More cards and some of those pop-out dies, already die cuts. This was really quite quick to come together layout, to be honest. And then I just used some white, not the Stampin' Up craft white ink. It's not opaque enough, but this is some opaque white drawing ink just to splatter on and create this kind of snow scene behind. And then with one of the little tags. And then, thank you, Lisa. And then space for some journaling up here. And I've brought in 3 of those elements and a nice little design here. And then this was fussy cut from the Memories and More cards as well. And then just a little bit of gold foiling detail. This is cardstock DSP up the top. And then I've just sponged the really good tip. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos about scrapbooking to try and learn everything I can. I love learning. So, and I've just taken a blending brush and like not sponged the edge, but just really, really kind of on the edge of the paper. Hello to you, Alyssa. Is it Alyssa? Nice to have you join us. We're just coming to an end, sadly, but thank you for popping on. It was a bit impromptu, this live today. And so the catch-up will be available if you fancy kind of seeing what we've made. Anybody popping on, we've just made those. And now I'm just kind of running you through my scrapbook. So yeah, literally and all we do is put a little bit of green ink on the edge of the white card, white paper, and then where it kind of runs into the white here, it gives it some definition. So yeah, you don't have to, it just stands out a little bit more. And then we've got the little deer jumping over the presents here. I wasn't sure whether to run this tree line all the way across But I thought I wanted something else here as well. And the tree line is kind of up on dimensionals at the end and then stuck down flat underneath there. So that's it. Yeah, and I had thoroughly enjoyable time making my wreath. Come on, camera. There we go. Yeah, really enjoyable time making the wreath and then looking back at the pictures and creating the album afterwards as well. I think it kind of increases your enjoyment of the activity that you've done. So they're living in there until I get a scrapbook album for them. So yeah, those are the cards we made. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back. I'm just going to check my diary because I actually think I won't be back. I won't be here next Thursday. No, I am out for dinner again. Gosh, too many nights out at the moment. But who knows? I might well be back on Boxing Day. I could well be back here for a live on Boxing Day because I will probably be ready for some crafting time by then. Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, I really enjoyed making that wreath. It was lovely. It's now on the front door and survived the storm, so which is good news. I am adding wreath making to my list. Paul. We make one every year actually at a garden group I go to, so it's always a nice fun event for us to do, which is great. Thank you so much indeed, everybody. Yeah, I'll be back in a couple of weeks, but I might pop on and do a video in between. Who knows? Once I've got my craft room tidied up, maybe. But in the meantime, have a wonderful couple of weeks. If I don't see you all beforehand, have a great Christmas. Only 13 days to go, which seems bananas. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you later.